Welcome to Rod Laver Arena for the round 3 women's singles match. Please welcome from Italy, Camila Giorgi. And her opponent, world number 1 from Australia, Barty.
Well, she carries the hopes of a nation. She is the best tennis player on the planet. She has come through opening 2 rounds pretty comfortably, to say the least. But I think tonight, against Camila Giorgi, in conditions that are absolutely perfect, I think she's gonna have her hands full, to say the very least. My name's Rob Koenig. Delighted to have Chanda Rubin alongside me. Of course, former semi-finalist here and a former world #6. Made the quarters at the French. Can play on multi-surfaces. She's multi-talented. Good evening, Chanda.
Well, hello, Robbie. I need you to keep going. I need an agent, and you are sounding like just the man for the job.
Oh, man, sign me up. Sign me up. Let's listen in.
Can I ask you ladies to have a photo together with Noah facing that way before we start? Is that okay? Thank you. So ladies, just as a reminder, 1-for-1 warm-up, and you are familiarized with the new toilet break rule? No questions? No. Okay. Noah, who do we ask for a choice? Ashleigh. Okay, so we have ANZ or Margaret? ANZ is Ashleigh's choice. Thank you. It is ANZ. Serve. Good match, ladies.
That toss from Noah looked a little bit like Ash's forehand. Good shape, good spin. And I think I know he had his eye on there. There's a little bit of allegiance to the Aussie. Of course, Margaret on the other side of the coin is a point out to Margaret Molesworth, who won this title exactly 100 years ago, the first woman to win the Australasian Championships, as it was called back then. A very nice touch. Well, what a season she had last year, Chanda. She was a standout player, and she started the year in the best possible fashion. But in Camila Giorgi, you've got somebody who could very easily be a party spoiler.
Yeah, she is not a player to take for granted. She is tricky to play against because she hits the ball with so much pace. Power off of her racket kind of defies her size, and she is kind of a giant killer on the tennis court, for lack of a better word. 30 years of age, and had her best season, breakout season really, in 2018. But last year,
3 minutes.
got back up pretty close to top 30 in the world.
Yeah, of course, that big title in Montreal, where she swept all before her, the likes of Petra Kvitova, Coco Gauff, Jessica Pegula. And in the finals took down Karolina Pliskova, who was ranked 6th in the world, and by far and away the biggest tournament win of her career.
No question, no doubt about it. And they've played before, she and Ash Barty, but Barty certainly a class of her own, sitting atop the rankings, as you mentioned. Couple of Grand Slam titles under her belt, halfway to a career Grand Slam, Barty, and last year, really solidified her place as the world #1.
Yeah, won the first 9 matches that she played last year. She had a couple of great streaks, didn't she? Didn't she? She had a 9er, she had an 8er, she had another 9er. I mean, she was match points down in an opening match against Kukova in Miami. She goes on to win the tournament. And, in stark contrast to the previous season, where she only played 14 matches before COVID, made the world come to a standstill, 11-3, and that was it. She shut up shop. And I just wonder how good of a decision that was in hindsight. It seems like it's been a great decision.
It seems like it was, and everyone, lots of people questioned it and wondered, is she really the world #1? As we look at the head-to-head between these two, the last time they played was a few years ago here, and it was a 3-set battle. Barty coming out on top in the 3rd set, but certainly not a match to take for granted. Well, Chan alongside me and Louise Fleming, up close and personal courtside. Give us an idea of how things are down there, Louise.
Well, there's a lot of excitement. People are pouring in here. It's just perfect conditions, really, for a tennis match. And Ash looks great. She was very comfortable walking out on the court. Look, they played, 3 years ago. I don't think we can take a lot from that, because Ash Barty is a much more improved version of that. She hasn't had much time on the court, just less than 2 hours. So I just wonder, she hasn't really felt any resistance. And this is a different kind of player. Camila Giorgi, if she comes out swinging and she's aggressive, She can cause a few problems for Ash, but Ash will have the slice and the spin master. She'll be having that really ready to try not to let Giorgi get into any sort of rhythm. I think the start is going to be interesting of this match.
I couldn't agree with you more, Lou. I think if Giorgi can get off to a good start and just feel that she belongs on this court, keeps the crowd out of it for a while, that'll set her up beautifully. She's beaten 13 top 10 opponents in her career, has the Italian. Well, I mentioned 13 wins against top 10 players in total for Giorgi. 7 of those have come on a hard court surface. But this is a whole different ball game altogether. Coming up against the best player on the planet. And she's held that #1 ranking for a long time now.
Take your seats.
Cementing herself as
behind the players. Thank you.
one of the best in the game. The weight of a nation, though, carries its burden.
Ashleigh Barty to serve.
Camila Giorgi will give it everything she's got. Barty to kick us off.